Hello, I'm Tess.
And I'm Terry.
And we're Mr. and Mrs. Jewson.
So we're going to have a little fun game today and we'll see how we go.
So how did we meet? Well, we met on an app called Tinder.
Yeah, we first started just being casual, going on a quick app and just having a bit of fun. Then we found each other and we just took it from there, didn't we?
Yeah, we both swiped right. And as they say, what do they say?
They say that love can be found with a new technology or the old way. And when you find the right one, you know which one you found.
You don't look back. That's what I was trying to say.
Don't look back in anger. So what we done for our first date was to meet in the middle between where both of us lived, and that was Chelmsford. We went to a nice little restaurant, and we had a nice little talk, and we went out for a few drinks afterwards just to get to know each other. It's really nice and casual, and it was really good fun. Well, I had fun.
Yeah, it was a really good date. We've been back to the restaurant since for our anniversaries. So yeah, it's kind of become a thing that we do each year. A very nice restaurant called Wildwoods in Chelmsford. If you haven't tried it, we recommend it. To be honest, I've always had pulmonary hypertension from when I started dating, and I've never really let it hold me back, whether it's dating, whether it's work, or whatever it is in life. So to be honest, I wasn't really too worried about having pulmonary hypertension when it came to dating. I'd always be honest on the first date and tell them that I had pulmonary hypertension, but if having a heart condition meant that I wasn't the right person for them, then so be it. But I was lucky with Terry and he didn't run for the hills.
So I really didn't feel that much in the beginning. PH, I never heard of it before. Obviously, hypertension, everyone who knows that word, pressure, that's all I can gather from it all. I didn't know how serious it was. I didn't know, well, you know, it's a heart condition, it's going to be serious. But I didn't know how much it affected her day to day. And obviously, she looked pretty fine, obviously. So I thought, why not go and have a go and see what happens. Obviously,
have a go.
Well, have a go. Obviously, the week later, she was in hospital, so I kind of found out how serious it was. But it never stopped, and her attitude never changed. So that was the most important thing.
Well, as I've said, I always told on the first date that I had pulmonary hypertension. Yes, it was a big deal for me, but I kind of made it part of conversation. And I think when I told Terry, I said, oh, by the way, I've got a heart condition. Yes, it's serious, but you won't really know about it. And I didn't really make too much of a fuss because it's part of my life and I deal with it with my own way. And obviously we'd only just met, so I didn't really want to go into the ins and outs of what pulmonary hypertension was. And I did like him, so I didn't really want him to run too far just yet.
So Tess having PH did make a difference to my emotions. It was very hard at first. You're right, Daisy. It was very hard at first to figure out dealing with someone with a condition. Like, do you need to act different? You need to think about things differently. When I saw a staircase, for instance, normally I'll just walk straight up it, no thoughts at all. Like I had stairs to my flat.
Yeah, they were hell.
For me, they weren't. But different things like that change your point of view. And it was more a point of making sure that it never affected your life. I think the most important thing for me was the attitude that she had from it all. And I kind of got the same attitude from her, and that was the best way for me to go forward. So did PH affect our beginnings of our relationship? Nah.
We were just like a normal couple, as in I wasn't the ill one and he wasn't the healthy one. We treated each other as the same, really, and as we've said, PH is something that I live with, and I don't make a big deal of it because what's the point for me? I thought I'm going to still try and live a normal life, and if Terry can come into my life despite having PH, then that's great. So to be honest, I feel that pulmonary hypertension wasn't really a big deal for being part of a relationship. Now that we've moved on and we're married and everything, obviously it is at the forefront of everything we do, and we do have to plan a lot, but I still think that we're still able to get on with our life as best as we can.
In the beginning, it's more about just getting to know each other more, and that it never really... You always look out for yourself and you always enjoy what you do, and that's what we've both done for the first few months of our relationship.
Yeah. Well, we only saw each other every 2 weeks, so it didn't really
Those
matter.
times, eh? So the seriousness of heart conditions, surprisingly, actually came about after 1 week of getting to know her. She was in hospital, and I tried to text her, and I didn't get replies for a few hours. I didn't know what was happening.
Yes, because I text back straight away, obviously.
Yeah, she texts back in an instant. So I was like, I'm a bit worried. Did I do something wrong? You know, new relationship, it's been a week. I must have said something, because I normally do. But no, she sent me a reply of that she's in the hospital, and she sent a photo of herself with thumbs up, with oxygen through your nose, haven't you? So that was when I realised how serious it was. But also from that, I also gathered how her life is, and if I'm willing to continue it. And yeah, it might as well to go straight into the plunge the first, and then you know exactly where you're at. So it's good.
I did hold back a bit though, because the pulmonary hypertension conference was coming up in October, and I'd only met Terry in August, so I felt that going to the conference there was so much about pulmonary hypertension that I wasn't ready for Terry to know about, so I went on my own, even though a lot of the PHs were going, "Where's Terry?" because obviously he's on my Facebook.
I wanted to go, just for this count, alright, I wanted to go.
But for my sake, and because I didn't want Terry to know too much about pulmonary hypertension at that stage in our relationship, I went on my own, and I felt for me at the time that was the best decision for me to make.
Do you regret that now?
No. He did, can I say, later come with me to the next one.
Yeah.
And found out so much about pulmonary hypertension.
Scary.
But we were married, so it was a bit too late by then.
Wow, is that why?
No, that's just when the conference
It really was
being
fine. I
dated.
knew all about it beforehand, but yeah, I think waiting for her to have the right time to do it is most important. When she felt comfortable to do. So we got married after 2.5 years of dating, eh?
Soon got hold of him, didn't I?
So, can I explain this one?
Yes.
We got married pretty quickly. I think the major thing was making her dreams come true. Her one massive dream was to go down and walk down the aisle. And with everything that's going on, it was a great opportunity for us to do it. The timing was right. I was in a great frame of mind. I wouldn't probably get married otherwise for a while. I'd like to live to each other 5 years, but for the timings of everything and to get her dream to come true, I was more than ready. She makes my dreams come true. This one does. So I want to give her the dreams as well.
Yeah, it was a really good wedding, like, probably the best day of my life, and we were insured, literally the highest insurance we could ever have because of my PH. But luckily I was well for the day and didn't need any extra medication. I walked down the aisle without any help. And yeah, even though it was pretty cold, we managed to get through. And yeah, it was a really good day.
Great day.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we've got married because it's nice being Mr. and Mrs.
It's nice for her having my surname as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, altogether, from the first day we met, pulmonary hypertension really hasn't been the main focus of our relationship. More about getting to know each other like a normal couple, and then pulmonary hypertension slotted in when it's been needed, I suppose.
I think it's not needed, it's just when it's comfortable. You should only do something when you feel confident to do it. It shouldn't be an elephant in the room. You should just go naturally. So that's how we done it.
Yeah.
It's also good to tell them on the first date. It's never good just to hide it away. You should be proud that, well, you should be confident in yourself with it all. And don't hide it, don't feel embarrassed from it all. You are who you are, and this is the reason why I fell in love with it.
And if someone's going to accept you for who you are, they're going to accept you for all of you, not just because of this and that. But if you've got pulmonary hypertension and they want to be there for you for everything, then they're going to accept it and love you for who you are. So remember that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next week for round 2 of Mr. and Mrs.
Subscribe.
PH. Don't forget to subscribe,
Yeah.
and see you next Wednesday. Thank you.
Come on, like
Bye.
the video. Bye.